Hey there, this is Doug from Speedcube Shop, and in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to repair a popped 2x2. Popping is when a piece or multiple pieces will end up falling or popping out of the cube. And while it can seem that this means that your cube has become broken or damaged, this is a totally normal occurrence and shouldn't worry you, as the pieces will still be functional, they just need to be placed back into the puzzle. Popping is most often caused by the puzzle's tension being too loose or by trying to force a corner cut too aggressively. So once the cube has been repaired, I would recommend to check your puzzle's tensions and likely tighten the screws a bit. Popping is also less common on higher-end cubes due to higher quality plastic, molds, and better mechanisms, as well as typically coming with better tensions from the factory. This tutorial will be demonstrated on the Qi MS Magnetic 2x2, and while this may not look exactly like your puzzle, the concepts and solutions are just about the same, with the only exception being GAN puzzles. An example of this will be shown in a different video. Before we get started, a tool you may need would include a Phillips head screwdriver. The reason why is that this puzzle is a bit too tight to easily fit these pieces back into, mine specifically, so I will loosen the screws a bit to make things easier. So I also like to keep track of how many times I have loosened the screw, just so that then I can return it back to the tensions that I had it before once we're all done. So I'm going to do a 360-degree turn here on all three of these screws that are surrounding where the problem is. So this case will actually allow me to show you how to repair both of the pieces in the puzzle. So we have the corner pieces, which are most of what the 2x2 consists of, and then we also have these smaller internal edge pieces, which work the same way that a 3x3 edge piece does. So if you've just had a corner pop out of your puzzle, then what you can do is loosen the screws as I have before, and you can just sort of push it back into place, just twisting it slightly just to make sure that it doesn't catch on anything. So that one's pretty easy. You may need to loosen it more than I did for this puzzle, but that's not too much of a problem. I would still just recommend to keep track of how many times you have loosened it, and then you can sort of pop it out the same way as well. If you have had an edge piece pop out, say the corner piece is still in there, and the way you're looking at the puzzle is you can see that there's an edge piece missing, I would recommend to pop out a corner right next to where the edge piece needs to go, and then you can just push it right back in like that into the middle here. So I'm going to pop that back out one more time just so I can show you that it works both ways. You can just push that right behind these center pieces, catching a little bit here, but that's pretty normal, and then it will be ready for the corner. You can do the same sort of thing with the corner, just kind of wiggle it a bit and push it back in, and then you should be good to go. The only step left would be to undo the turns that I did before. And then the puzzle is ready to go. Thanks for watching. If you need help with other puzzles, we have an assortment of other tutorials which we will link below in the description. You can also find a link to our full resources playlist for cubing terminology and other tutorial videos. If you have requests for future videos, leave it in a comment below and subscribe to not miss our future tutorials. If you can't find a video for your situation, please feel free to email us at service@speedcubeshop.com and we'll be happy to help.